If you're opening up an Etsy shop, Instagram can actually hurt your growth on the Etsy platform. So in this video, what I wanted to talk about is why I never actually focused on Instagram, Facebook, or any social media platforms when I started growing my Etsy shop. In fact, I'm close to 90,000 sales and I haven't really focused on social media or any of that. Hi guys, my name is Vlad. I'm the owner of TagPup. It is the #1 pet product store on Etsy in terms of daily sales. You can check with erank.com. You will also notice that I am a top 1% store. I've also consulted many other 1% stores and helped them grow their shops. So if you are interested in this kind of content, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification. Why do I not focus so much on the Instagram or any social media? So if you're new to Etsy, you gotta know what conversion rate is. Conversion rate is the amount of people that see your listing and buy or convert to making a purchase, right? So if you have 100 people see your listing and only 2 people buy, well, that's 2% conversion rate. If you have 100 people see it and 4 people buy it, well, that's 4% conversion rate. You wanna have the conversion rate as high as possible. So the best way to achieve a higher conversion rate is to make sure that those 100 people or the 100% of people that do see, most of them are interested to buy your product before they see your product because they're going to be more likely to buy it. For example, if you're selling vacuum cleaners on the street, just walking down your street and selling vacuum cleaners, well, you're not going to have as much of a luck if you go to, say, Target and stand in the vacuum section, right? I don't know if there's a section like that, but let's just say that there is. People coming to that section are already intending to buy, so you're going to have a better conversion rate with people that are ready to buy. When you have Instagram and Etsy, people that come, let's just say you have 100 people come from Etsy, right? They're typing into the search engine. Let's say you're selling pillows and they're typing in personalized pillows and they click on your listing and your listing is literally that. Well, those 100 people are more likely to convert than somebody from Instagram. Let's just say you have 100 people coming from Instagram going to buy or to see your listing, right? 100 people from Instagram. Well, they might be sitting on a toilet. They might be sitting in a train stop. They might be trying to put their kids to sleep while searching Instagram. They're not ready to buy. So you have 100 of those people. The conversion rate is going to be much, much smaller than if somebody's actually looking for your product. So when you're just opening up your Etsy shop, you want as much traffic that is ready to buy to come to your store so that can boost up your conversion rate. But if you're going to get a lot of traffic from Instagram, you're going to get a lot of traffic that is not ready to buy, which means Etsy will recognize that your conversion rate is not as big as your competitors that are not bringing traffic from Instagram. And they're strictly on the traffic that's coming only from Etsy, only from the search engine. Their conversion rate is going to be better than yours because you're bringing a lot of traffic that's not ready to buy. Therefore, your competitors that don't have Instagram are going to rank higher on the algorithm because their conversion rate data is better than yours. And that's something very important to know. Now, if you have a store that has a lot of visitors and bringing, say, 100 people from Instagram, it's not going to do, any damage at all. So might as well bring them in. But it's something you need to consider when you're starting to open up your Etsy shop. So that's one of the reasons why I never really cared about much bringing traffic from Instagram. The second reason why I didn't want to really focus too much on Instagram was because of the time allocation to Instagram versus Etsy. I'd rather put all the time that I have to growing my Etsy listings, right? To make sure people favor them, see if I can optimize my listing the best way that I can, just spend more time on the photos, spend more time on making the product much better quality than spending that time that I would on, say, Instagram. You have to think of it this way. Instagram is not meant to sell your product. Etsy is. Etsy is built in such a way to have people buy from you. And Instagram is meant to be a social media platform. So the amount of time, let's say if we take time as money, right, and we allocate it to Instagram and time to allocate it to Etsy, well, you're going to get a better return on your investment from Etsy than from Instagram. And if that's the case, and you're limited on time, why not allocate everything to Etsy? Because you're going to have a better return on your investment. So you have to really think about time allocation. Put all your time and resources in something that's going to give you a better result. That's one of the biggest reasons why I was able to grow so much faster than a lot of people that are trying to build an Etsy shop, and they're really focusing a lot on social media and social media presence than spending your time on the Etsy store. The other reason that's very important, so when you are focusing on your Etsy shop and you are focusing on your listings and you're focusing on your store ranking, well, when you stop focusing, when you stop actively engaging with your store and improving it, then you will see that it continues to sell because it now has a position in the algorithm. It has a position, and when you're typing in search, say personalized, couch pillows, you already have a certain status, a certain rank. You have reviews of your product. With Instagram, the moment you stop posting your pillows on Instagram, nobody knows, nobody cares, nobody clicks on your listing. So you have to keep investing into Instagram. Again, that's good, but later down the road, I would rather allocate to something that will be able to maintain a position when I'm not actively participating with my listing. And that way, you can have a much more stable and consistent flow of traffic, flow of customers converting and buying your product. I just think there's so many good platforms out there that will give you a better return on your investment than focusing on social media, because these platforms are literally made to sell your product. So that's the same thing that I'm doing with Amazon Handmade. Instead of, when I kind of reached a plateau with my dog collars, I thought, instead of growing my Instagram account, I said, well, why not sell on Amazon Handmade? And sure enough, it gave me such a better return on my investment just within months of me investing into Amazon Handmade. We have to realize that there are platforms that are literally meant to sell your product. Invest into them, not social media platforms that are meant to socialize. Unless you're growing your own store, your own website out there, I would even focus on Google and SEO instead of social media. Although, sure, go ahead and social media if you have time, but something to think about. If you are selling on Etsy, if you are selling on Amazon, if I were you, I would just focus all your time and attention on something that is meant to sell your product and not something that is meant to socialize and you having to face a lot more friction on those platforms. So hopefully this video was a little bit of a breath of fresh air to say you don't have to focus on Instagram. You don't have to start building an Instagram, because I know a lot of you out there, they're not, you're not excited at posting 2 to 3 times a day like Gary Vee talks about. So hopefully that encourages you guys that you don't have to post. You don't have to commit to your Instagram account, to your TikTok, to your Facebook, whatever, yada, yada. Focus on something that gives a better return on your investment, because I have personally experienced that. So until next time, make sure to like this video if you found it to be useful, subscribe, hit the bell notification. I'll see you next time.